Stinky does the Cubans. Roll it! He looks ridiculous.
Mr. President, welcome, bienvenido. It's great to see you again, sir. Thank you so much. The microphone, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's great to see you back here in Univision. Thank you so much for doing this. Muchas gracias,
Well, this is an honor, and I've never been my own host before, because today we're going to sort of be together for almost an hour, and I look forward to it. We've done really well with the Hispanic people, as you know. No Republican has ever done like this, and most people haven't, but I've had a great relationship. We've created a lot of jobs.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You want to deport every single person in that crowd, you asshole. Yeah, that's right, you prick. Your rhetoric sounds exactly like Fidel Castro during the boat lift. We don't want them, we don't need them. Yeah, bullshit. You fucking slob, you.
And I think the numbers have broken every record, and
Nah, you haven't broken any record, you asshole.
to keep it that way, so we're going to have a good time today. Just very special people, brilliant, energetic, and somehow it just, they've attracted to me, I've attracted to them, and
They've attracted to me, I've attracted to them. What do you think they are, house flies?
we look forward to having a big win. We're going to create a lot of jobs. We create jobs, that's what I do.
No, you don't.
Right next door, I own Doral, and a lot of you have
It's not next door.
seen that, a lot of you are from the area. And that's been a big success. We have tremendous numbers of Hispanic people going there and working there. So we're going to see what you have to say, and we're going to...
He doesn't hire Americans at his jobs because he pays them dirt wages. That's right.
answer some questions. Hopefully they'll be very extremely easy questions.
Hopefully it will be very extremely easy questions.
But I look forward to being with you for a little while. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Welcome. Wonderful. Y bienvenidos a todos a esta
Welcome everyone to this historic night where Latinos, the voters elected by independent company and convened by Univision News, will be able to ask the Republican candidate to the presidency.
Okay, I was watching the former head of this station, of the Univision, talking about it. And he said that if this was a serious rally, right, not a propaganda hit, that George Ramos, he's a very good Latin journalist, would be doing this. They had to get this hack, right, from Mexico, right, to come to Hialeah, Florida, to do this because Ramos wouldn't do it. Ramos wouldn't do this. Yeah, this dude looks like a clown. Yeah, look at that tie. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's down there by his mushroom.
Donald J. Trump in this, again, historic encounter.
She's been here for, the first time she voted was 16 years ago when she became an American citizen. Llena tu pregunta, bienvenida, buenas noches.
Señor Presidente Trump, buenas noches. El alto costo de la vida está muy alto.
Good evening.
The cost of living is too high. Now, this is a loaded question. You know, yeah, because he won't take serious questions. He took a couple serious questions in this thing, and he shit himself. Yeah.
Mr. President, the cost of living is very high.
Antes una familia como la mía comprábamos $200 a la semana en comida.
We used to buy $200 worth of groceries, right?
Ahora está en 350.
And now they cost $350. Where are you buying your groceries, honey?
Sigue subiendo.
A family like mine used to spend $200 approximately weekly for groceries. Nowadays, we're spending over $350, and that's increasing.
¿Qué piensa cambiar para mejorar
What do you plan on changing
la economía del país?
to make the economy better?
especialmente para personas como yo.
Especially when it pertains to people like me.
What are you planning to change to improve the economy of this country, especially for people like myself?
Well, thank you very much. Look, this is a problem caused by this administration.
Nope, no, it wasn't. It was you.
4 years ago, you had no inflation. Now you
Bullshit. Bullshit. What we had was deflation under you. Deflation. You cratered the economy, you prick. That's right. With your stupidity. Yeah.
record-setting inflation. What they've done to this country is incredible in so many different
Nope.
ways. Incredibly bad. We have people complaining about groceries, about prices, about rent, about everything. Interest rates went from 2% to 10%.
No, they didn't. Maybe for you,
can't get the money.
maybe for you because you can't get a loan. Yeah, can't get the money.
You want to buy a house, you can't buy a house anymore. You can't do anything. But the biggest thing I hear about is just what you said, groceries, the food. So we didn't have inflation. We had a great situation.
No, you had deflation. You had contraction. The way you botched COVID. That's right. And it's taken Biden and Harris 4 years to get out of the hole that you put us in. Like that guy in the economic summit the other day told you. Yeah. And now you want to do tariffs? Are you kidding me?
For everything, for virtually everything.
No, he smells really bad. He smells really bad. Unfortunately, everybody, because not me, but my wife runs in those circles a little bit, and we know some people that, have a lot of money, right? And yeah, everybody says he smells.
When they came in, they spent and they also blew my energy policies up. So
What are you talking about? Bullshit.
we had inexpensive energy. Now you have the most expensive.
No. Nobody was buying the oil. Nobody. Who wanted? We weren't going outside. I wish people would realize this, that he was the one that caused all these problems. Yeah, Inform yourselves. By the way, I voted today. Yeah, damn right I did.
Expensive thing on the list is energy. That is such a big category that it leads to everything. Everything else.
What is that wave in your head there, Stinky? He swears he looks good with that sack of tumbleweed on top of his head.
Follows. Everything follows energy. We have more liquid gold under our feet than anybody else. There's no other country that has
We're not going to continue to destroy the planet. Forget it.
liquid gold like we do. That's oil and gas. We're going to bring your energy costs down, and with your energy costs, everything is going to come down.
He keeps on saying drill, baby, drill, right? But what does that even mean, and how is that going to bring energy costs down? Yeah, I mean, we're drilling more than ever. Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna also
No, of course, he doesn't answer the question. He's a fat slob is what he is.
make jobs available so you can afford, literally, much easier. We're going to have many more jobs than we have right
So you can afford much easier. Yeah. I hope that question they had you ask him makes you horrified, honey. Continue.
now. We set a record. We had the greatest economy in the history of
No, you didn't.
our country. Now we have a lousy economy.
No, we don't. Everybody has more work than they can handle.
Primarily because of inflation. So we're going to get rid of the inflation. We're going to drill, baby, drill. I'm going to get your energy costs down by 50%, 50% over the course of 12 months.
No, you're not. You still haven't said how you're going to do it. What does drill, baby, drill mean? That's a stupid Sarah Palin slogan. Yeah, that's nonsense.
Which will be easy to do because we have more energy than Saudi Arabia. We have more energy than Russia, anybody. We were energy independent just 4 years ago.
Nope. No, we weren't. We didn't need energy, but we were not. Nope. Under Biden Harris, we are energy independent. That's right.
And now look at us. So energy is going to bring it down, and the spending is going to bring it down. We're going to cut a lot of waste and abuse that won't affect anybody.
The spending is going to bring it down. This is an idiot. You know what? He's winging it at this point. I mean, of course, he's always winged it, but he's winging it bad at this point when he has to step out of that bubble that is Fox, where Kamala went in there and destroyed them. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Other than our bottom line as a country, and you're going to be in great shape. You just hang in there. We're going to bring those costs way down.
How? How? What is how? How are you going to do it? I'm intrigued. How? How are you going to do it?
Thank you.
Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, Diana. Muchas gracias. President Trump, as you know, farming is one of the most demanding jobs. And
Wait a minute. Like they say in Hialeah, Watakong. Look at that tie. This idiot looks like Humpty Dumpty. A shitty Humpty Dumpty.
farmers like Jorge Velasquez over here work hard to put food on the table of American families. He has a question for you. Jorge Velasquez es agricultor y tiene una pregunta.
Good hair here, by the way. Nice hair.
Ex-presidente.
Look at that.
Buenas noches, señor presidente Trump.
Good evening, Sir President Trump. Jorge Velasquez, yeah. John Velasquez. He's a great jockey, by the way.
He trabajado toda mi vida con estas manos,
I've worked all my life with these hands so hard.
agachado por horas, piscando fresa,
Bent over, picking strawberries,
cortando brócoli.
and cutting broccoli.
Good evening, President Trump.
About the only thing Stinky ever cut was farts.
For many years, I have worked with these hands,
God damn, man, that guy has more hair than Elvis Presley.
hunched over, picking strawberries and cutting broccoli.
Este duro trabajo es realizado en su mayoría por gente indocumentada.
Stinky's like, what the fuck is he saying? Well, anyway, what he's saying is this work has been done by migrants, by undocumented migrants. And
This tough job is mainly done by undocumented people.
Si usted deporta a esta gente, ¿quién haría ese trabajo? Y
if you deport these people, who's going to do that work? Yeah, are your meth-addicted freaks, right? Those fat slobs, are they going to do this work? I doubt it. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it, Stinky?
¿qué precio pagaríamos por la comida?
And how much would food cost if you had those toothless meth-addicted freaks? I'm improvising a little bit here. If those meth-addicted freaks tried to pick the fields. Look, Stinky's looking at it. Look, he looks like hell. Look at it.
If you deport to these people, who would do that job? And what price would we pay for food?
Please. Finished, yes.
Are you finished?
So the problem we have is we had people coming in under my administration, and they were coming in legally. They were coming in through a system that we had, which was great.
I thought you said we didn't have anybody coming in under your thing.
Because I'm the best thing that ever happened to farmers. You know that. I was.
And Zelensky is the worst thing that ever happened to Russia.
It's great. You know, farmers are doing very badly right now. Very, very badly.
No, they're not. None of that. Under you, they did China did a targeted trade war and they killed the farmers.
This administration. Under my administration, farmers did very well.
No, they didn't.
We have to have a lot of people come into our country. We just want them to come in legally through a system, because
That's nonsense.
they've released hundreds of thousands of people that are murderers, drug dealers,
That's a lie.
terrorists. They're coming in totally, nobody knows who they are, where they come from, and the people that are
That's a lie.
most against it are the Hispanic people. They are totally against it, what's happened. The other thing I can say is that a lot of
You're an idiot.
The jobs that you have and that other people have are being taken by these people that are coming in.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. He just said that the only people that are willing to do those jobs are the guys that you want to kick out of the country. That's right.
The African American population and the Hispanic population in particular are losing jobs now.
No, they're not. That's bullshit. And everybody's skeptical as hell. Look at Maria Conchita Alonso here.
Because millions of people are coming in. So they're coming in, but they're also coming in largely and
Stinky needs to scrub those dentures. They look awful.
tremendous numbers coming in out of mental institutions. They're emptying out mental institutions. They're emptying out.
Nope, that's a lie.
Insane asylums. That's a step above a mental institution.
Nope, that's a lie.
Worse, bigger problems, bigger problem people. They're emptying out jails. Their jails are being let into our country from Venezuela, but
their jails are being let into our country. Yeah, Stinky, you're flailing.
Not just South America, from all over the world, they're being let in. From jails, from...
Nope, that's a lie. That is a lie. He thinks he's going to win this with racism. It's not going to happen.
He's never seen anything like it. The jail population throughout the world has come way down, and it's all coming into the United States of America. So
that's bullshit. And you know, it's crazy. A lot of these people came in the Mariel boat lift, right? That live over there. I know this. And they are listening to the same rhetoric, right, that Fidel Castro said when they left. He was like, no los queremos, no los necesitamos. That's a line in the Scarface movie that they played a little clip of Fidel Castro talking about people that came in the boat lift, right? And they're saying, we don't want them, we don't need them. And they did, a lot of good people came on the boat lift, but a lot of people from jails, this guy emptied out his jails and sent people over here. That's not what's going on now, by the way. These people literally, Cuba literally emptied out their jails, right? And sent people over here. That happened. That was a thing and it happened. It's not happening here now, you know? But I mean, if you came on that boat lift, right? And you're hearing what this guy's saying, you have got to be horrified, you know? Because it's the same thing that Fidel Castro told them when they kicked them in the ass out of their country. That's right. That's right. There you go. Right there. Right there. Little Fidel right there.
We want workers and we want them to come in, but they have to come in legally. They have to love our country. They have to love you, love our people. The problem with this administration is they've totally lost control.
No, they haven't. We're fine.
It's the worst president and the worst vice president that we've ever had in this country. What
you're full of shit. That's a lie. That's a lie.
They have done to
yeah. Where's your vice president? Huh? Oh, yeah, he's voting for Kamala Harris.
Country in terms of hurting it. Our farmers, by the way, are dying. They haven't had anything.
That's a lie.
So bad in 20.
He's literally telling the guy that he's dying. That guy who works in the fields, you imbecile.
5 years. 4 years ago, our farmers, including you, were making a lot of money. They were doing great. Now they're absolutely dying. We're going to turn it around. But we want people to come.
Yeah, right. So he's saying that people that were picking the fields were doing great. He's an insult. He's insulting these people right to their faces, right? And now, to go there and talk to him about stupid shit like this, at this point, they deserve what they get when it comes to this fucking prick. That's right.
But we don't want murder. So it was just announced that last month by the Border Patrol.
Here comes his lies.
That under Biden and Harris, they allowed 13,099.
That's a lie. That is a bald-faced lie.
Convicted murderers, people in
That's a lie.
Jail to come into our country. They released them from jail into our population. And nobody wants that. And that doesn't include the terrorists and all of the others, the gang members, MS-13 gang
that's all bullshit.
members and other gang members. We have to have people that are great people come into our country, but we do want them in, and I will.
Hey, has Zelensky killed a million Russians yet? Or has Joe Biden killed a million Russians yet? I heard he's grinding them up real good. Man, I tell you what, the Russian army is terrible. It's terrible. They couldn't even take Ukraine. They're getting their asses kicked.
Want them in even more than you do, and we're going to make it so that people can come into our country legally. Thank you. Good question. Thank you.
You didn't answer it, you prick. You didn't answer it.
Gracias por la pregunta. Thank you, President Trump. Our next question comes from Daniel Perez. Daniel is the first member of his family to have a college degree. Now he's worried about finding the right job, one that is relevant to his area of study. Daniel Perez, el primero en graduarse de la universidad en su familia. Platícanos de tu pregunta, Daniel.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Oh, shit.
Ella ha sido muchas cosas. Fiscal de distrito, fiscal general, vicepresidenta. La llamamos luchadora. Como
Damn it.
As a first-generation college graduate, I had to work multiple jobs while studying full-time. The reason that being is because my family could not provide financial assistance while I was attending college. The high cost of housing led me to sleep in my car while I was attending college in a rural...
Bullshit. Bullshit. You sleeping in a car? You're working 3 jobs and you're sleeping in a car. You're full of shit, you goddamn liar.
...area. Despite my degree, I'm currently working as a delivery driver. My question to you is...
Get a job, motherfucker. Fatso, get a job.
How do you plan to create real job opportunities for recent graduates like myself?
It's a great question, and a lot of people ask that question because the job opportunities, the good ones, are not there under
they are. They sure are.
this administration. We are going to bring companies in through a system of taxes, positive. We call it positive taxation.
Positive taxation.
We are going to bring companies in at a level that you've never seen in this country before. I was doing it in my administration.
You weren't doing anything bringing companies in. Man, when you left, you left this like 2 million jobs, the 2 million jobs short of what Obama gave you. You prick.
And then what we did, and nobody's ever seen what we're doing. A combination of taxes, tariffs, and incentives.
You're an idiot.
Companies are going to be coming into our country, car companies, and many,
that's nonsense. That's nonsense.
Manufacture of cars. They'll be flowing into our country.
How? Where?
Like never before.
Yeah.
You need jobs, and that's what you have to do.
You haven't answered the question, Stinky.
Again, we also have to get prices down. When prices come down, companies will be able to afford to open up again. A lot of companies over the last 3 years, 3.5 years, have closed up. Companies that would have hired you are not even here anymore. We have had a terrible president.
I tell you what, you know what I think about Russia? They have a bunch of piss ants, right? As soldiers. Are there a million soldiers dead yet, man?
And vice president in terms of keeping small businesses going. We want small businesses, which are very, very important. It's actually, they are bigger than big businesses as a whole.
Small businesses are bigger than big businesses. What about great big businesses?
And we want them taken care of. But we're going to bring companies back into our country. We've lost so many companies back into our country at a level that we haven't seen before. You're going to get a lot of jobs. You're not going to be looking at one job. You're going to be looking at a job that you want.
Wait a minute. What was that, Stinky? You're not going to be looking at one job. You're going to be looking at a job that you want. What does that mean, Stinky?
Because you don't want to just take a job. You want to take a job that's a job. I want to be with that company for 25 years or longer. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have your choice. Right now, you're going around. You can just get a job even if you don't want it. You need it.
You're going around. You can get a job if you don't want it. You need it.
You're going to have your choice very soon. If I'm elected president, you're going to have a choice between lots of different companies, and you'll match it out with
This is ridiculous. This is absurd.
pay and with really very important, just as
What is he say? Can anybody decipher what this imbecile is saying?
important as pay is you have to love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, having a job is brutal. So congratulations on your degree. That's a big achievement. That really is a great thing. It's great that you did it. You will put.
Oh, his teeth are disgusting. This guy doesn't brush his teeth. He doesn't shit in the toilet anymore. He's disgusting.
That to use very soon when I'm elected president. Thank you.
That was nonsense. That was a word salad.
Thank you, Daniel, and congratulations on that degree. Our next question comes from Natalie Martinez. She's 21 years old. She lives here in South Florida with her family. Natalie Martinez, 21 años, vive aquí en el sur de la Florida con su familia. Adelante, Natalie.
Hola, expresidente Trump. Soy una estudiante universitaria.
She's in college.
Hello, President Trump. I am in university.
Participé en una competencia sobre la deuda nacional y por eso me preocupa mucho.
I participated recently on
She whatever that means. She said that she participated in a contest of the national debt. I don't know what the hell that means, but that's what she did. That's what she's saying.
on the national debt, and that has gotten me very worried.
La deuda nacional ya está en $35 trillion y no para.
Yeah, well, don't leave out the part where he put up 8 trillion of it. This is all bullshit. This is propaganda. This is Kim Jong-un propaganda.
National debt right now is $35 trillion, and it does not stop there.
Mi pregunta para ustedes, ¿qué haría su administración para reducirla, junto con el interés que pagamos para la deuda?
My question for you tonight is...
Yeah, what she said, she did it may have been a project on the national debt, but I doubt it. These questions are bullshit. But she said that she participated in a contest that had to do with the national debt. I don't know.
What will you do to improve it, to reduce the debt, and also to pay alongside its interests? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good question. So we do. We have record national debt. We've never had anything like it before.
Yeah, because you created 1/4 of it in 4 years. That's right.
We were getting ready to start paying down debt.
No, you weren't. You smoked the national debt because you're a bankrupt son of a bitch.
And then we got hit with a thing called COVID, or the China virus.
Wonderful. Xenophobia.
And that had to be the focus. And we needed to help businesses stay in business. And if we didn't do the...
By injecting bleach and telling people to stick their head in a heat lamp. That's right.
Job we did. Linda McMahon did a great job, Small Business Association.
Yeah. He can't stand these people, by the way. You know, like you were saying, he may be upset with the way that they speak English. He can't stand them, you know? And I mean, he thinks that it's a detriment to need a translator. You know, that's you know, like some kind of scarlet letter.
If we didn't do the job that we did, you wouldn't have any companies, right? You would have been in a depression like in 1929. And we did a great job in keeping it all going.
What depression like 1929? What are you talking about? You did a great job by keeping it all going. You smoked this place.
We ended up where the stocks were higher despite all of the COVID China virus that came into our country.
Nope. The stocks were higher. You crashed this. You crashed the market is what you did. You absolutely crashed it. I don't know what he's talking about.
The stocks, when I handed over, the stocks were higher than they were previous to the COVID coming in.
Nah. No, Stinky. Nope, that's a lie.
So we had to focus on that, obviously. But we had the best economy that we've ever had. We're going to have that again.
No. Now, you can tell that these questions are loaded, right? Because he flopped in front of those past two money summits that he did. in Chicago and Detroit, right? He flopped. So now they're going to ask him some questions like this, so he can answer them in his true racist form, you know?
What's going to solve the problem is growth. It's a thing called growth that nobody
like the growth on your asshole.
talks about from the Democrat standpoint because they don't know about growth. But we're going to bring companies in. We're going to bring tremendous business to our country, and that's going to solve that. Also, waste, fraud.
This lady's got to be. Oh my God! Will you give me my $50 now or later?
And abuse. And we have Elon Musk, who's a fantastic guy and a fantastic genius. He's a genius.
He's a prick, is what he is.
A lot of things, but he's a great business person also, in addition to sending rockets. You saw his rocket come down the other day and land. The way it landed was so incredible.
Shit, nobody saw that. She didn't see that. What are you talking about? Now he's talking about a rocket. This is a 5-year-old.
Nobody'd ever seen anything like that, but Elon called me and spent a lot of time. He endorsed me totally.
Oh, this is going to be good.
He said, if Trump doesn't win, our country may be finished. That's a pretty strong endorsement from a truly brilliant guy. But we're putting him in charge. He wants to do this so badly of cost cutting, bringing costs down.
Yeah, what? Eliminating Social Security? Yeah, that's right. Fascist Nazi you.
So that won't affect the people, but the waste and abuse in this country, the fraud.
The waste and abuse and the fraud. Yeah. You screwed it up so bad that you had to cut people checks just to survive.
This country is massive, and he and his team are going to work on that. We're going to get it down.
You're full of shit. This idiot's winging it at this point. He's awful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you, Natalie. President Trump, we're going to take a quick break.
Nobody gives a shit.
Latino voters. Una breve pausa, ya regresamos con más de este encuentro. Los latinos preguntan, Donald Trump responde.
This is an imbecile. Go ahead.
Ella ha sido todo. Como fiscal se enfrentó a traficantes y luchó contra los bancos. Como vicepresidenta luchó para bajar el precio de las medicinas. Como presidenta siempre va a luchar por ti. FFTech, responsable del contenido de este anuncio.
Pretty impressive.
Of the migration flow.
¿Cuál es su plan para una reforma migratoria?
What is your plan for immigration reform?
Y quisiera preguntarle, ¿por qué usó su influencia sobre los legisladores republicanos para que no respaldaran la propuesta que hubiese brindado refuerzos a la frontera?
Yeah, he's trying to say, she's asking him now. You see, this is propaganda. She is asking him, why did you tell Mike Johnson not to pass the border bill? You see? Yeah, he has to explain all that. Old donut head has to explain all that shit now.
And I also would like to ask you why you used your influence to ask the Republican legislators to not back up the strengthening of our border through the proposal.
You like strong borders, so do I. And we have them. We had the strongest border we've ever had.
No, nobody cares. That's not the question.
In the recorded history of our country, we had, 4 years ago, we had a border that was great.
That's nonsense.
And again, people were coming in, but they were coming in through a legal process.
That's a lie. Nothing has changed. Other than the fact that now we don't have COVID all over, infected with COVID, and it's not an embarrassment. You left this place smoldering, you slob.
Great people coming into our country. And when you say Chicago, immediately we have to think about the crime because it's so dangerous in Chicago.
Holy shit.
And some of these people came from other countries. Many of them came from other countries.
No, that's a lie.
So what we're going to do is we have to be much tougher on crime. The Democrats...
She wants to know, well, the question is, is that why did you tell your people not to pass a border bill? Because you're selfish. You wanted this stupid shit as a wedge issue, you prick.
Oh, wait, don't forget.
Because you're an anti-American, disgusting, pathetic gas bag. That's what you are.
Yeah, the Democrats run Chicago. They have a mayor from Chicago. The
Democrats have the Democrats run Chicago. They have a mayor from Chicago. No shit, you imbecile.
Terrible. They have a governor who's horrible. Pritzker, he's a horrible governor. That's the state.
Yeah, he's terrified. Pritzker is an actual billionaire. Pritzker does not have to sit around, does not have to hawk shoes for a living like you, Al Bundy Jr.
Illinois, he's horrible. And
he looks terrible. He does. He looks terrible.
Very weak on crime. You want to make sure that you're not attacked, you're not mugged, you're not shot.
That's not happening.
Chicago's a very dangerous city right now.
So what you talk? Who cares? We're talking about the border.
It's a great city potentially, but right now it's a very dangerous city. And we're working on that, but we have Democrats running it. Everything the Democrats...
This is all nonsense. It's a word salad.
...that's run is bad.
No, it's nonsense. That is a word salad. That's nonsense.
25 cities, they're all run by Democrats, and they're crime-ridden.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
And crime-infested.
This is such an anti-American slob, is what this is. An anti-American, disgusting slob.
Cities. The Republicans running, they don't have the same problem. Because we have law and order, we have it the way you need it. You need to be safe. You want to walk across the street for a loaf of bread, you want to be able to walk and not get shot or not...
Who's going to get shot going to get a loaf of bread? There's a lady I know. She's an Orthodox Jew. And she needs to buy bread from 7-Eleven. When she gets there, she knows that the stores all are closed. And she can't get her bread anymore. And the bread is wonder. And the bread is wonder.
Get mugged or anything else. So we're going to bring that back.
When she gets there, she knows that the stores all closed.
Bringing a lot back to help the Democrat mayors, where they have them, run their cities better, because they can't run their cities. They're crime infested.
Yeah. Like your diaper's infected with shit.
Chicago's an example of it, and we're going to make it good. As far as the border, we want to have a strong border, and we want people to come in, and that's what we had. Remember, we had the strongest border in history, and we had the best economy in history. Two things I had.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, you fucking liar. This bullshit goes unchecked.
And I said, that's pretty good. We also got into no wars. I didn't get into any wars. I'm the first president in 84 years that never got into a war.
That's nonsense. That's a lie.
I beat ISIS.
No, you didn't. You didn't beat anything. What do you mean you? What do you mean you? What do you think you are? Some kind of general or something like that? You're a punk. You're a pussy.
And we beat him in 2 months.
No. He said 2 weeks. He says 2 months. This is all bullshit.
Instead of, I guess they told me it was going to take years, like 5 years. I did it in 2 months.
No, you didn't. ISIS-K bombed us on the way out, you asshole, because you turned them loose, you prick.
Military is incredible. I rebuilt the military. But remember these two things. I had the strongest border in the history of our country, and I had the best economy in the history of our country.
Okay, now, it's mind-boggling, right? It's mind-boggling that this asshole is staring down the barrel of an indictment, right? Where he tried to overthrow the government, and yet he walks into rooms and idiots clap for him. It's incredible.
And I had no inflation. No inflation. Thank you.
You're full of shit.
Thank you.
Gracias, Guadalupe. Thank you, President Trump. Our next question comes from Arizona, a key state in the upcoming election. José Saralegui lives right on the border with Mexico. José Saralegui, de la frontera de Sonora y Arizona. Una pregunta para el...
Jose from the frontera of Arizona.
Presidente Trump.
Thank you.
Soy un republicano,
You're a Republican.
registrado republicano, pero en este momento me encuentro indeciso.
Good evening,
You're undecided.
President Trump. I am a Republican. I am a registered Republican, but at this time I am undecided.
Durante la campaña se han utilizado muchas teorías de conspiración.
Throughout your campaign, you've been lying and spreading conspiracy theories. Uh-oh, this is going to be good.
During the campaign, there has been some conspiracy theories in use.
Le doy un ejemplo si me permite.
If you allow me, I would like to give an example of it.
Las autoridades de Springfield, Ohio,
The authorities in Springfield, Ohio,
han aclarado una y otra vez que los haitianos no se están comiendo
that the Haitians are not eating
los perros ni los
the dogs or the cats.
gatos de sus gentes.
You fucking liar.
The authorities in Springfield, Ohio have more than one time clarified that the Haitians are not eating their cats and their dogs.
Sin embargo, usted les quiere revocar su permiso que tienen para recibir.
And then you want to take away their permit to live here and work.
Legalmente en este país.
Nonetheless, you want to revoke the permit they have to legally reside in this country.
Mi pregunta con todo respeto es si usted verdaderamente cree que esta...
And my question to you is, do you really think they're eating the dogs and the cats? No, you idiot. It's a racist lie. It's a racist lie because he thinks his skinheads are going to go terrify that place. Yeah, that's right.
Personas que comen las mascotas de la gente.
My question to you very respectfully is, do you really believe that these people are eating the people's pets?
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And this was just reported.
You're a liar. You're a liar. That's a lie.
I was just saying what was reported.
That's a lie, you fucking liar.
It's been reported.
That's a lie, you fucking liar.
And eating other things too that they're not supposed to be. But this is
Eating shit, maybe, you idiot.
all I do is report.
We need all you do is report. You're a fucking liar is what you are. You prick. You've been called out on your lie.
I have not. I was there. I'm going to be there, and we're going to take a look. And I'll give you.
What do you mean, take a look, you fucking liar?
Full report when I do, but that's been in the newspapers and reported pretty broadly.
That's a lie. No, it hasn't. Nope.
I will say.
See, you're not allowed to call him out on his lies on this propaganda bullshit.
As far as Springfield is concerned, because I do know that situation. You have a city of 52,000 people, and they've added almost 30,000 migrants into the
That's a lie. That's a lie.
city. If you were a person that lived there, if you lived in Springfield, Ohio, and all of a sudden you couldn't get into a hospital, you couldn't get
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a bald-faced lie.
your children into a school,
That's a lie.
you wouldn't be able to buy groceries, you can no longer pay the rent because
You can't buy groceries and you can't pay the rent.
the government's paying rent.
Because the government's paying rent. This is a meandering imbecile is what this is.
Any of that, if any of that happened, it would be a disaster for you and you wouldn't be happy. We want to make our people safe and secure and we want to make them happy. But Springfield, Ohio is a perfect example. You have a town, a beautiful little town with no problems. All of a sudden, there's
See, he's trying to tell Jose over here, right? That he knows that they're not eating dogs or cats. And he's over there telling him that he's literally telling him that they are. That's bullshit.
30 or 32,000 people dropped into the town, most of whom don't speak the language, most of whom don't speak the language at all. And what they're doing is they're looking all over for interpreters. Well,
That's a lie. That's a lie. And not only that, he's shitting on poor Jose.
I mean, I think you can't just destroy our country. It's
Nobody's destroying the country. What are you talking about?
maybe some people disagree with me, but you can't put in a very short period of time 32,000 people.
Never happened. Never happened.
into a 50,000 people town
Never happened.
and expect things to go well.
It's going really well there.
It's a disaster.
No, it's not.
A total disaster. And the people that live there are, they want to leave, they want to move because...
No, they don't. That's nonsense.
If you read about it or talk to them, people want to move, they want to leave.
Nope. They just want to be left alone. That's all. That's all. Not with you and your goddamn skinheads in there. Yeah.
Because they've never had anything like this. And we can't let that happen to our towns and our cities and our country. Just can't let it happen. It's not sustainable. I appreciate the question. Thank you.
That was a whole rash of bullshit is what that was. That was awful.
Hope you vote for a Republican.
Gracias, Jose. Thank you, President Trump. Let's take a quick break again and we'll be right back. Hacemos una breve pausa y regresamos en este encuentro histórico entre votantes latinos y el
This dude looks ridiculous.
presidente Donald Trump.
This is awful. Hold on. Oh, we got Ramiro in the house. Hold on. It'll be
Ella ha
good.
sido muchas cosas.
Yeah.
Fiscal del distrito,
Yay!
fiscal general, vicepresidenta. La llamamos luchadora.
Damn
Como fiscal del
straight.
distrito enfrentó a traficantes de armas, drogas y personas. Como fiscal general luchó contra los bancos y ganó 20,000 millones de dólares.
Masumi!
Para quienes lo habían perdido todo. Como vicepresidenta luchó
Hey, we got this, Masumi. We got this.
por el tope de $35 a medicamentos vitales. Y como presidenta,
Damn. She's pretty too.
siempre va a luchar por ti. FSTAC, responsables del contenido de este anuncio.
All the topics we have touched upon: employment, health, immigration. Ramiro Gonzalez has a question for Donald Trump.
As you know,
Ramiro.
in the last 2 weeks. Por favor, Ramiro.
Buenas noches, señor Trump. Good evening, Mr. Trump. Okay. I am a Republican, no longer registered though. I want to give you the opportunity to try to win back my vote. Okay.
You want to give him the opportunity to try to win back your vote. Okay. Was it the part where he stole all the documents? Or was it the part where he tried to overthrow the government? What can he possibly say, right, that is going to lead you to win back his vote? What can he possibly say?
Your, let's say, action and maybe inaction during your presidency and the last few years, sort of, you know.
Yeah. Hey, ignore those bots. Ignore those bots. They're freaking out because Zelensky's destroying them. I mean, absolutely destroying them.
Was a little disturbing to me. You know, what happened during January 6th, and the fact that, you know, you waited so long to take action while your supporters were attacking the Capitol. Coronavirus, I thought...
Your supporters were attacking the Capitol. Listen to what he's saying. He is literally telling him that he sicked an army of mouth-breathing scumbags, right, on the Capitol. And he still thinks that this guy can win his vote back.
The public was misled during coronavirus, and that many more lives could have been saved if we would have been informed better.
Well, he told you to inject bleach and put your head in a heat lamp. Okay? Yeah. And he can actually win your vote back. What is he going to tell you that is going to lead you to win your vote back? That's nonsense. Yeah. These are all loaded questions. Yeah. This is propaganda in its purest form.
And also people in your administration who don't support you. I'm curious how people so close to you and your administration no longer want to support you. So why would I want to support you? If you would answer these questions for me, I would really appreciate it and give you the opportunity. There's, you know, your own vice president doesn't want to support you now.
Thank you.
Hey, here's the thing. He's not going to give you a straight answer. It's going to be all lies and bullshit. Yeah. Now, have you read that indictment?
So The people that don't support, a very small portion, we have a tremendous, about 97% of the people in the administration support me.
Nope, that's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie.
Because it's me, somebody doesn't support, they get a little publicity.
That's nonsense. You're a liar.
The vice president, I disagree with him on what he did. I totally did.
Yeah. Jack Smith is listening. Jack Smith is listening. You disagree with the fact that Pence certified the election? Oh, I hope Jack Smith is listening. Yeah. Jack Smith, are you listening? This prick is confessing to a crime. Jack Smith, if you're listening, there it is.
Disagreed with him on what he did. Very importantly, you had hundreds of thousands of people come to Washington. They didn't come because of me. They came because...
Nope, 100,000 people did not come to Washington that day.
...of the election. They thought the election was a rigged election.
You lied to them, that's why.
And that's why they came. Some of those people went down to the Capitol. I said, peacefully and patriotically.
No, you didn't. You told them to fight like hell or you're not going to have a country. That's right. Doesn't matter what you said anyway, you asshole. Those blue ass rags that they were flying around had your name on them. You son of a bitch.
Nothing done wrong at all. Nothing done wrong.
Yeah.
And action was taken, strong action. Ashley Babbitt was killed. No.
Oh, that lady's very skeptical. Yeah. They all have their arms crossed.
Nobody was killed.
Yeah, look. Man, they ain't buying it. They are not buying it. Period. This is bullshit. And they're not buying it at all.
There were no guns down there. We didn't.
Yes, there were. As a matter of fact, you told them not to use the Megs and to let them there with guns.
Others had guns, but we didn't have guns. And
what do you mean we? Others had guns, but we didn't. You're referring to the cops as the other people and we as the traitors? Yeah, that's right. Jack Smith, if you're listening. This idiot is confessing at this point. That's right. Yeah.
And when I say we, these are people that walked down. This was a tiny percentage of the overall, which nobody sees.
Ramiro's not buying this. He's not buying this at all.
And nobody shows. But that was a day of love from the standpoint of the millions. When a Cuban dude snaps his neck like that, right? When a Cuban person snaps their neck like that, they're like they are, without using words, telling you that you are full of shit. Yeah. Watch. Let's go back. Watch this. Ashley Babbitt was killed.
Hey, Ashley Babbitt deserved it. They told her not to break the window and go in, but she did. She effed her. That's a prime example. A prime example of fucking around and finding out. That's right.
Was killed. There were no guns down there. We didn't have guns. The others had guns, but we didn't have guns. And when I say we, these are people that walked down. This was a tiny percentage of
okay. Ramiro with the neck snap.
Overall, which nobody sees and nobody shows. But that was a day of love from the standpoint of the millions.
Yeah, right. Ramiro says, don't piss on my leg and try to tell me it's raining.
It's like hundreds of thousands. It could have been the largest group I've ever spoken before. They asked me to speak. I went and
he's like, yeah. Este es lo que es un come mierda. Descarado, sucio.
Spoke, and I used the term peacefully and patriotically.
No, Stinky. No.
If you look at the Democrats, what they say, you look at Maxine Waters and you look at Hillary Clinton and you look at what they say, and they don't put that on. They only put Republicans on, but they couldn't get me.
They don't do that. If you look at what Hillary says, but they don't say, and they only put Republicans on.
Because of the fact that I said everything's got to be peaceful and patriotic. And
that's not going to get you out of your prison sentence. Just because you said that, that's not going to get you. He thinks that if he said, right, he thinks that by saying that I want you to go peacefully down there, that he's going to get out of that indictment. No way. No way. That indictment is damning. And more evidence is coming out tomorrow. Yeah.
We'll see how it all works out, but I think that we're right now in another
Ramiro ain't having it.
Election. All I want is honest elections. I'm willing to take any chance. I want honest elections. We need borders and we need honest elections. And
it was an honest election. It was an honest election. As a matter of fact, right? I tell you right now, I voted straight up and down the ticket Democrat. That's right. That's right. And when I already knew who I was going to vote for when I went to go vote. And the election is so secure. I went over to that place to vote, and they told me, look, go back to your car to fill out the ballot because there's too many cameras around here. There's a bunch of cameras. If these idiots try anything stupid, they're all going to go to jail again. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's cameras everywhere. Yeah. And they told me to go back to the car so that way the cameras wouldn't see who I voted for. Although I didn't care, but still. That place is like Fort Knox, the voting place here. That's right. That's right, you asshole. No, you're not going to pull any shenanigans this time. Nope.
Don't have either of those two things. That's it. We have tremendous loyalty to the Trump administration.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Nobody from that administration wants anything to do with you. That's Project 2025 is what you have.
Biden, when he lost in Afghanistan, when he looked so bad, that's why Putin went into Ukraine, in my opinion. He looked and he saw, he should have fired every general involved in that. There was a disaster. He should have fired a lot of people.
Nope.
Because he had the most unsuccessful administration.
Nope.
The history of our country. A disaster.
Nope. This is a really bad attempt to rewrite history. I mean bad. He's flailing.
Knowledge. I, again, had the best economy we've ever had. I rebuilt our military.
Hey, if you want to go back and forth with bots, guys, you can, but they're struggling. Those people are eating the paint chips off the walls at this point. Zelensky is crushing them. They were supposed to be in Kyiv right now. But it turns out, you know how it's going to be? Zelensky's going to end up in Moscow. That's what's going to happen. With their pissant army.
I defeated ISIS. I did things.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
That nobody thought, in terms of medical right to try, I got right to try.
Wait, what do you mean right to try? I give somebody the right to try to change your diaper. I have a question. Maybe you can answer it down there in the comments. When was the last time this dude wiped his ass? His own ass.
You could use space age, things that wouldn't be approved for another 5 or 10 years. You were able to use it, and we saved thousands and thousands of lives.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
But 97% of the people in my administration supported me.
Nope, that's a lie.
When you fire somebody, they say bad things. When I fire a John Bolton or when I fire any of these people, he was terrible. But when I fire...
Yep, all of those people. All of those, every single one, every person, but like 3 of them are you going to have back if you were to be the president. That's right.
They go out and say, if I didn't fire people, they wouldn't say it. But you know what? Biden should have fired a lot of people.
Why? That administration hasn't had one single scandal. Not one.
Because he had a very unsuccessful administration. And the
Bullshit.
First thing, the person he should have fired is his vice president.
Nope.
Because she's absolutely terrible. And I'll tell you, she's no way fit.
Ramiro wants to snatch this motherfucker up and shake his diaper out. Ramiro is pissed. Yeah. Hey, Ramiro, I tell you what, Ramiro, on your way back to Temple, where you live, stop by over here. We're going to have ourselves a beer. That's right. Oh, Stinky. Ramiro's not having it.
In any way fit to be the president of the United States. In fact, she turned on him and they had a coup.
Bullshit. Yeah, now he's talking. Yeah, right. Yeah, no. This guy's flailing bad. Okay, can you imagine if you were Ramiro's son and you came home with an F on your paper from school. Hey, Dad, I tried real hard, Dad. Ramiro would be looking at you like that. You'd get the whip and hit yourself with it. No, now he's trying to say that that because Biden is not running this time, that they did a coup on him. Yeah, no. This guy, Jack Smith, has got to be loving this.
Took it over from a president that
Nope.
got 14 million votes.
Nope. She was on the ticket. She got 14 million votes too.
I'm no fan of his, but he got 14 million votes. He won the primary. She was out of the primary. She was the first one to quit, and she left 22 people. She was the first one out. She never.
What? What are you talking about? This is the meanderings of a 5-year-old. He's literally throwing a tantrum at poor Ramiro. Ramiro, I like Ramiro. Ramiro, he's growing on me. Yeah, I like Ramiro. Ramiro has had a stone face this whole time. Oh, Ramiro, you're making this clown melt.
Made it to Iowa. And then she comes back and they do a coup. They take it over.
He just said it again. He's having a tantrum.
From him. So that's the way it is. When people don't do their job, I fire them. And if they say bad things about me, that's okay. But
yeah.
overall, look, we're leading in the polls now. We have
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Election going on right now. I'm doing really well with Hispanics and
No, you're not. No, you're not.
We're doing well pretty much with every group.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
When people don't do a job, I'm sorry, I get rid of them. And
bro, they quit you. What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? The whole administration, they can't stand you. The administration that you had there, they can't stand you. They're actually, you turned them into Democrats.
they want to say bad things. I've never fired somebody that said wonderful things. Sometimes they think about it. But when you let somebody go, even for cause, and I only do for cause, they don't generally say great things. But Biden never, think of it, into the worst administration.
No, it's not. This is man, he's trying to convince Ramiro over here so hard, right? And Ramiro knows he's eating his lunch. Ramiro, this is how easy it is to bait this prick, right? You don't even have to say a word. You just look at him like you're a pissed off dad or something like that, right? And he shits himself. He's already shit himself about 3 times.
In the history of our country, he never fired one person, and that's disgraceful. And you look at the border has been a disaster.
No, it hasn't. It has not. That's it. It hasn't. Fake crisis.
All they had to do is leave my border. I had the safest, most secure border, and people came in legally. I had the safest border in the history of our country. All they had to do is leave our people and leave.
That's a lie.
Leave our policies. I had a remain in Mexico policy. Worked out.
That was because of COVID, you asshole. Not to mention, there was nobody coming at that time. Because the way you botched COVID was unforgivable. You're a mass murderer, is what you are. You're a prick. You should be in jail.
With the Mexican government, the head of Mexico, all of them, they were my friends. They were good. They were great people.
Bro, Ramiro, look at Ramiro, bro. He's not having it. Ramiro's not having it. And this guy, he's trying to convince him. He's desperately, like a 5-year-old. He's trying to convince him. And Ramiro is just staring BBs at him right now.
It wasn't easy to work it out, but I worked it out. Remain in Mexico.
No, you didn't.
It was an unbelievable success.
No, it wasn't.
Remain in Mexico. We check you out.
Nope. Ramiro's eating his lunch.
And then we bring you into the country if you check out. Biden didn't do that. He got rid of everything. He had an open border policy.
No, he didn't. That's a lie.
Where the whole world flowed in.
By the way, remember the question that lady asked him? He never answered it about why did you kill the border bill? He never answered it. He never answered. He thinks that this is a winning issue. It's nonsense is what it is. This is nonsense.
Fortunately, the world were prison populations. If I were running a country...
Fortunately, the world were prison populations. He's young. He's worked himself up into a tantrum.
Any country, and I heard that the U.S. had an open border policy. The first thing I do is open up my jails, take all of my prisoners, and let them out, murderers and everyone else. And that's
that is horrifying. That is horrifying because that's what Fidel did in 1980, right? And people that came on the boat lift, you know, there's this stigma attached to them that because they came on the boat lift that they're all bad, right? And what this guy's saying is horrible because most of the people that came in 1980 were great people. I lived with them. They were great people. Of course, like every other immigration problem, you know, you have your bad people, but that's what we have the border people for, to weed them out, you know? So, you know, like I said, this is not a crisis. It's a problem, but it's not a crisis. It's something that we could solve if, let's say, that you pass that border bill where you have more judges, you have more border patrol. But no, this prick had his little do-boys not pass the bill because he thinks it's a winning issue. It's not for him. It's not. It's not. She said she would sign it on day one. Yeah.
essentially what they did, and it's a shame. So we had the most successful country we've ever had.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Grandpa was driving in the back of an ice truck, dead. Look at Ramiro. Ramiro's like, nah. He's expecting Ramiro to be all happy. Oh, thank you, thank you. Ramiro's like, damn, no.
And I hope someday maybe we'll get your vote. Sounds like maybe I won't, but that's okay too.
Sounds like maybe I won't. Ramiro destroyed him. Ramiro, without saying a word, destroyed him. He gave up. He says, sounds like I'm not going to get your vote. Ramiro hasn't said a word. Listen to this.
And everyone else. And that's essentially what they did, and it's a shame. So we had the most successful country we've ever had.
No, we didn't. We were stuck in our houses, wiping our ass with our fingers. That's right. While you gave COVID tests to that prick Putin. Yeah. Well, yeah. Now we're raining down bombs on his ass.
And I hope someday maybe we'll get your vote. Sounds like maybe I won't, but that's okay too. Thank you very much.
You're not going to get Ramiro's vote.
Gracias, Ramiro. Thank you so much. Jesus Gonzalez, he's the son of immigrants, the first U.S.-born member of his family, as well, el primer miembro de tu familia en nacer
An anchor baby, sort of like Baron von Schitz's pants.
aquí en Estados Unidos, hijo de inmigrantes. Adelante con tu pregunta, Jesús.
Good evening, President Trump.
Thank you.
With respect, could you explain your gun control policy to the parents of the victims of school shootings?
He doesn't have. He just told the NRA that he didn't change a thing, and he won't change a thing again. That's right. Why are you even asking this question? Oh yeah, that's right. It's Stinky's people telling you what to say.
I could. We have a Second Amendment and right to bear arms, essentially. And I'm very strongly an advocate of that. I think you need that. I think that if you ever tried to get rid of it, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to take away the guns because people...
What are you talking about? Stinky?
Need that for security. They need it for entertainment and for...
Okay. People need machine guns for entertainment.
Sports and other things, but they also...
It's terrible. Hey, TML, it's terrible. It's a terrible answer. I mean, he is literally telling them, go screw yourself. And if you're... I don't even want to comment on this because I don't want to get like the way that I really want to. Because, last time I tried to comment on this, I got some kind of strike. Yeah. So... no, he's basically telling them, you're on your own,
Many cases needed for protection. If you have a house out in the country or you're in a little bit of a rough area or in a very rough area and the bad guy, let's call him, has a gun, if you don't have a gun, you're finished. You have no chance.
You see? So, in other words, you're on your own and more guns. It's disgusting.
So you need them. You want to have You want to have a lot of good
Yeah, he did. He did. And look at what he said. More guns. Yeah, that's right.
people have them. But if we didn't have that, you would see a crime rate that's crazy. I'll tell you though, it's very interesting stat. The toughest gun laws in the United States by far are Chicago. And that's got one of the worst records of any city.
Yeah, no, because guns are flooding in from Wisconsin. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
And a lot of them are shot. 17 people died on Labor Day. 17 people died Labor Day weekend in Chicago. It's got laws that
Yeah, they got shot, you imbecile. So what? You want to... So in other words, you're saying that in order to stop gun violence in Chicago, that so people to have more guns. This is insane, is what this is.
so tough. They want to do everything. They can do anything they want. You have a gun. There's no place, maybe on earth, that has a tougher gun policy than Chicago.
Yeah, right. No place on earth that has a tougher gun policy than Chicago. Uh-huh. How about everywhere on earth, other than here, has a tougher gun policy than Chicago? Okay? This is nonsense. How they let this guy go on with this is incredible.
No, there's no place that has, and they have the right to do anything they want to you.
Bro, man, these people are looking at him with side eye. They're horrified.
They can do anything they want. You have a gun. There's no place, maybe on earth, that has a tougher gun policy than...
He's saying it again. Everywhere on earth has a tougher gun policy.
Chicago. No, there's no place that has, and they have the right to do...
Boy, these people are horrified. Hey, Fatso, I hope it was worth the $50.
Anything they want to you. You know what happens? It's probably the worst place right now, one of the most unsafe places anywhere in this country, maybe anywhere in the world. So it's not just that. You have to be, remember this, it's the person pulling the trigger. It's not the gun, it's the person pulling the trigger.
Oh my God, this is horrifying. This is horrifying stuff. This answer is terrible.
But if you ever passed something, she wants to take everybody's gun away. You know,
if you ever pass something, she wants to take everybody's gun away. He knows he's bombing, and they're telling him in that ear thing to stop. Yeah, by the way, ear. He didn't get shot in no ear. That was staged. That was fake is what that was. That was a staged WWF situation there.
Always wanted that. That's because it's what she wants. She wants to take everybody's gun. You know who the ones who will never give their guns up? The bad guy. The bad guy's not giving up the guns.
Nobody's taking the guns, period. Period. What they want to do is get them off the street, you asshole.
So that's what we have. We want safety, we want security, but you have to still adhere to the Second Amendment. Thank you. Great question. Thank you.
Yeah, right. You're pathetic is what you are. You just horrified that guy.
Muchas gracias. Thank you, President Trump. Our next question comes from Carlos Aguilera. He's a veteran of the construction sector here in South Florida. He says he's seen an environmental crisis grow before his eyes. Carlos Aguilera, veterano del sector de construcción. Tu pregunta, por favor, Carlos.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. President. For 30 years...
Okay, an environmental question. He says he sees an environmental crisis. And this guy wants to drill until there's a hole in the middle of the United States.
I've been working in the construction industry and building water plants in Florida. I've seen with my own eyes the devastating impacts of climate change.
Yep. And what's he going to say about this?
That include sea level rise, saltwater intrusion in our drinking water supply, frequent flooding of our coastal communities. Given the amount of mounting evidence of climate change, do you still believe it's a hoax?
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, there she is again. Stop! She's pretty. She's very pretty.
Fiscal General, Vicepresidenta, la llamamos luchadora.
She's pretty.
Well, let me tell you, first of all, I built, Okeechobee Dam.
No, you didn't build Okeechobee Dam. What the hell are you talking about?
So much for Florida in terms of when I was president and even as a private person. I built
Bullshit. You did nothing for us.
a lot. But I did the Okeechobee Dam, which...
No, you didn't. You did not.
Solved a big problem.
That's nonsense.
From the climate standpoint. What I do think is this, we can't destroy our country over being forced to do things. They want to do the.
We can't destroy our country over being forced to do things.
I call it the Green New Deal. They call it the Green New Deal. Some people call it the Green New Hoax. They want to spend $93
There you go. There you go.
trillion on the climate. Now, I happen to think that there are very important elements of climate: water and air. In my administration, I had
There are two important elements of the climate: water and air.
the cleanest air on
What about the gas?
record. And yet I
You had the cleanest air on record.
didn't destroy jobs. I had the most jobs of any administration ever. I also had the cleanest water, crystal clean. We had the cleanest water, the cleanest air.
This idiot's full of shit. Oh.
Those are the primary factors. Clean water, clean air. We went into rural parts of the country and fixed people's water. They were drinking.
Hey, where's Ramiro when I need him? I need Ramiro.
Such terrible water. It was very important to me. All of that's important. At the same time, you can't give up your country. You can't say that we're not going to have any jobs.
Who's giving up our country? What do you mean not any jobs? What are you talking about?
If they took their ultimate, which is 93 trillion, the Green New Deal, 93 trillion, that's more money than we would have in 20 years. We wouldn't be able to survive.
What are you talking about? This is not a word salad. This is a this is a whole wordle. This is Bo. He's killing this guy.
We wouldn't be able to live. So I always feel that with the climate, and I have been an environmentalist. I built many things. I own Doral right next to
He's been an environmentalist.
and we did that in a very environment. I got awards.
You didn't build the Doral. The Doral was there. You just slapped your name on it, you prick. You didn't build anything. There you go, you fucking liar.
Environmental.
The Doral has been there for decades. For at least 6 decades. Yeah.
Awards for the way I build it, for the water, the way I use the
No. What awards? You giving yourself awards now?
water, the sand, the mixing of the sand and the water. I mean, but I've had many awards over the years for environmental, the way I've built, because you know about building. That's what you do. It's very important to me. At the same time, we can't destroy our country. And we're competing against countries that don't spend anything on climate change. Like
what? At Wikipedia, there are countries that don't spend anything on climate change. Yeah, the despots, the guys that you worship.
China and others. And they're able to make their product for tremendously less than us. And we're not going to let that happen either. We have to have a strong country, and we have to have a nice climate.
These people think he is so full of shit. It ain't funny.
And there's nobody better at that, I think, at that combination than me. I will say this, though. I hear a lot about climate, and they talk about global warming, etc.
This is an imbecile. He goes on with his answers, and as his answers go along, right, he gets more and more desperate because nobody is smiling and clapping like his trained SEALs do. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And his answers get more desperate. He rambles on more and more. This is a senile old shit bomb.
Because they now used to call it global warming. Now they call it climate change because that covers everything. But global warming.
What? What are you talking about, Stinky?
The real global warming that we have to worry about is nuclear. The waters...
Unbelievable. This guy's got to be horrified.
Up 1/8 of an inch over 300 years.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
Ocean is going to rise, and, nobody knows...
That man wanted to hear answers about, the way that the shoreline is sinking into the ocean, and because he does construction, and it's getting harder and harder to build on the shoreline because it's falling into the ocean. We have that problem here. Now, he's telling him that the shoreline moves 1/8 of an inch in 300 years. This is a moron, and he's dangerous.
That's true or not, but they're worried about the ocean rising 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. in 300 years. What I'm worried about is...
You heard that? The ignorance is staggering. The ignorance is staggering.
Weapons tomorrow, because the power of nuclear weapons, and we're going to end up with this administration, if she gets in, we will end up in a third world war.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We'll get back to that in a little while. I heard, right, that by now, Russia would have owned Ukraine. Instead, that little man Zelensky has curb stomped you guys. I mean, curb stomped you. Kicked your ass inside out. Killed 1 million of your soldiers. 1 million. Zelensky and Biden have killed 1 million of your soldiers. And all you guys could do is talk shit. That's all you got. You're shit talkers. Because you suck at this thing called war. I mean, he has destroyed you guys. And let me ask you a question. The trolls, have they kicked your uncle's head in yet? The ones that went to the war? Or did they come back in a body bag? Or do they even bother to count the people that they kill now?
Grossly incompetent. And if she gets in, Kamala, if she...
It certainly sucks to be Russian right now. I mean, sucks. All those, they're hitting them over the head with sanctions. I mean, I'm telling you, the place is dilapidated. They're eating the paint chips. They're eating those five-eyed fishes from Chernobyl. I mean, it sucks. The Russians are so jealous of us. It's not funny. The Russians, I mean, seriously, if they got with the program and 86th Putin, right, you know, then maybe we could help them. Maybe we can help them, but no, they choose to follow a 5'0" shit talker, right? All the way to their graves.
Listen, we're going to end up in a third world war. And with me,
No, we're not. Putin's a pussy. Nobody fears Putin. Nobody.
We'll never end up in even a war. So we have to be very careful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he never answered the question. He just said, screw you. I'm in the pocket of the people that own the oil companies, so screw you and let your projects fall into the ocean. That's what he told them, basically. There you go, champ. You got your answer.
Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you, President.
Thank you very much.
Our last commercial
Yeah.
break. Tomamos una pausa y regresamos.
Welcome back to this encounter with ex-President Donald Trump. Thank you.
I hope they show my Kamala in this spot. God, I love her.
Latinos ask, Donald Trump responds.
Nah, screw you. We're almost done with this. Oh, Kamala. Yes! Yay! She's so pretty. Look at her. I love you.
Como fiscal se enfrentó a traficantes y luchó contra los bancos. Como vicepresidenta luchó para bajar.
She is peppering this guy's show with ads.
El precio de las medicinas. Como presidenta siempre.
So why didn't Putin go to war with Trump? Because he was waiting for Trump to pull us out of NATO. That's why, you bot. And instead, he got crushed. He got creamed. That's right. Look. You see those bombs that are raining down on your head? It's courtesy of that pretty lady right there. See that? Those bombs that have destroyed you. They have crushed you. Look, she's with love from her. Oh, I'm so glad this commercial came on. That's right. Yeah.
Responsable del contenido de este anuncio.
The ex-president Donald Trump and the Latino voters.
Comes from Yalitza Kuhn. She's a homemaker and has a question about women's reproductive rights. Yalitza Kuhn se dedica al hogar y tiene una pregunta sobre salud reproductiva. Adelante, Yalitza.
Buenas noches, señor presidente. Su esposa Melania dijo recientemente que apoyaba los derechos reproductivos de las mujeres.
That she's saying that Melania was for reproductive rights.
Y que pudieran practicarse un aborto.
Good evening, Mr. Trump, President. Recently, your wife Melania said that she supported women's rights of reproduction along with being able to get an abortion.
Mi pregunta es si usted está de acuerdo con ella.
My question is that if you agree with that hooker Melania, that Russian plant, right? That keeps an eye on this sack of shit for Putin, right? That if you agree with her on the women's right to choose.
My question is, do you agree with her?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I told Melania that she has to go with her heart, and she has to...
Yeah, no. What do you mean she has to go with her heart? Melania hasn't talked to you in a decade.
Do what she
hates you.
Has to do. She has to support what she wants to support. And she wrote a great book. It's the #1 bestseller.
No, it's not. That's a lie.
You all go out and buy it.
That's a lie. Who gives a shit about her fucking picture book?
It's really a great book, but I want her to do what she wants to do. I wouldn't want to oppose what I think.
I want her to do what she wants to do. I wouldn't oppose what I think. Wonderful.
What has happened is over the last 52 years, people have wanted to get Roe v. Wade out of
Nope, that's a lie.
Federal government, and they've been trying. Every lawyer, every legal...
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Dollar.
That's a lie.
Democrats, Republicans.
Nope, that's a lie.
Conservatives, liberals, everybody wanted it out.
Hey,
it shouldn't be...
Lupina or Lucy or whatever the fuck your name is, right? I wonder if you enjoy being disrespected to your face and lied to. I mean, because that's what he's doing. He is lying right to your face, right to your face. He is telling you that it's raining while he's pissing on you. Yeah.
And the federal government, they wanted it out for many different reasons, all of them very good reasons. And I was able to do that, and with the courage of 6 great Supreme Court justices who are brilliant and courageous.
They're idiots, and they're on the take. That's right.
Because this issue has torn our country apart.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. You came and you opened a scab.
For 52 years, it's torn our country apart. And if something wasn't done, it would have continued and maybe gotten worse. And I was able...
What are you talking about, gotten worse? What, you want people to bleed out in the parking lot, you prick? Son of a bitch.
Able to do that. And I, like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions for life of the mother, rape, and incest. So I believe in exceptions.
Hey, bots, what does it sound like when one of those bombs drops on your neighborhood?
Most people do. Most Republicans do. There are some that probably don't. Of course, that number has gotten a lot larger with the years. And
what?
What they wanted, what people wanted, is for it to go back to the states.
Nope, that's a lie.
And a vote of the people. It's going back to the states and a vote of the people. It's out of the federal government now, which is so good. And now, if you look...
I like the bots when they talk shit from their bunkers. From their bunkers in that dilapidated shithole Russia. Because that's what it is. That is a dilapidated shithole, and they're jealous of us. That's it. They're shit talkers because they suck at war. They're getting their ass kicked. Yeah, I love it when they talk shit. It keeps the algorithm going.
The states are voting on it, and some states, like Ohio, a state that I won by a lot, took a very liberal stance. They had a very liberal stance. Same thing with Kansas and other states.
You're full of shit.
And some states took a tougher stance. But what it is it's now the vote of the people within the states. This is what everybody is.
MAGA, this is the dying day. Yeah, you're right. This is the dying days of MAGA. The dying days. The T minus, we're in the teens of days left.
Wanted for 52 years. They wanted to get rid of...
Nah, that's a lie. And you're horrified. He's lying to you, and I love it.
Roe v. Wade and let it come back to the states. And I've done that, and now the people are voting on it. And you're going to see it's going to heal.
No, it's not. It's going to heal. Yeah, right. We already have dead women because of you, you prick. You mass murderer. You son of a bitch. Yeah. No, no. The bots are saying that I have mental issues as they stare at the wall all chipped up and shit that they eat the paint chips off of.
It would have never healed if it stayed in Congress, if it stayed in the federal government. It's now in the states. The people are voting as we speak. The people are voting. Some states have completed, like Kansas, Ohio.
What are you talking about? Not one state wants that stupid shit.
And a lot of others. But it's going.
Just think, guys. We're here in the United States, right? And we're loving it. We're loving it. We're about to 86 this guy, and Putin and his oil are gone. They're gone. And just think, these people they have gone out of their way to attempt to talk shit, right? All the way from Russia. Because that's all they got. They're shit talkers. Because they're, like I said, they plan on being in Kyiv right now. But Ukraine has, and Sleepy Joe's bombs has buried them. They took their shithole and made it 10 times worse. They're stuck in the mud at the border at Ukraine. Oh, and I'm getting to them too. I am roasting these people, man. It just sucks to be you at this point. What a shithole that Russia is. And here's another thing. Don't you all have dentists over there? Because every time I see one of them dentists and rhinoplasty. Because every time I see one of them Russians, right, their nose is bent from getting their head curb stomped by Zelensky, and they have no front teeth. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with you guys? Is it because the fact that you haven't had dental prowess for so long, right, that you're born that way? You're born where your front teeth don't grow in anymore.
Just settle a problem that was over.
Yeah, vodka and cigarettes have caved in their front teeth. That's a good one. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. He's just talking shit. And that was the last question. I'll talk to you guys soon, man. It's been real. He'll talk shit and we'll do it again. Take care, guys. Peace. Remember, vote. I did. Have a plan. Vote. MAGA is dead. See you later.